Hi and welcome to Outwell and to our Tomcat MP from our Smart Air polyester collection. This is a tunnel design tent that has 3 rooms, 2 of which are bedrooms, and it can sleep up to 5 people. One thing that really sets this tent apart is the frame that we're using on here. This is our Smart Air system and we're using our one-go inflation technology. So that means that the whole tent can be inflated just in one single point. What we want to do now is just show you the details of where the pump attaches and the pump itself. So the one-go inflation technology, as I mentioned there, is where we just have one single inflation point on the tent to erect the whole thing really quickly and easily. You can just see here that we have a valve underneath here. It says air in. So just under here is where you would attach the pump to inflate the entire tent. You then find just underneath here that we have an outlet valve, and there is one of these on each tube all the way along the tent here. So just under here is where you'll find the valve. If I just switch it to this position here, this is when the air will come out, as you can see. Really simple and easy to deflate the whole thing quickly and easily. So the pump itself does come with the tent. We do provide this. It's a double action hand pump. You'll find on top here that there is a manometer, so you can keep an eye on the pressure that you're inflating the tent to. And we would recommend that you inflate this between 0.6 and 0.8 bar, which represents 8.7 to 11.6 psi. So that means you're going to get lots and lots of air into these tubes here, and that's going to make it really stable and sturdy even in high wind conditions. What I want to do now is just show you another few features inside the tent and outside too. I've already described one of the key benefits for the one-go inflation system, which is that it goes up really quickly and easily. But another benefit of it is that because these tubes are all interconnected on the inside with this tube that runs from front to back here, actually creates a really stable and solid structure as well. If I put quite a lot of pressure on here, you can see that the tent hardly moves at all. So as I say, really sturdy even in high wind conditions. Something that I want to just point out is once the tent has been inflated, what we need to do is just come inside here, and we just need to come to these valves that run from the front to the back here and just switch these to the off position like this. So when we close these valves, what we're doing is separating each individual tube. Now what that means is that in the unlikely event of something going wrong, if you get a puncture in one of the tubes, then the whole tent isn't going to drop down in one, because you've now separated each individual tube. So I just want to highlight at the front here, we have a zip on the ground sheet right at the front door just here. So this is so that we can toggle this back like this, and then when the door is dropped down, we can actually zip this all the way along the door, and that's going to create a fully sealed entrance to here, so not allowing any water in and keeping drafts and bugs and things like that out as well. The door itself is a good sized door. You can see plenty of space here to be able to get all of your kit in and out of the tent, no problem at all. Obviously we have the door rolled away at the moment, but what you will find is just tucked away behind this, there's also a mesh door on here as well. So we can drop that down and zip it into place so that we can have lots of ventilation within the tent, but again, hopefully keep out any bugs from the outside. Stepping into the tent, lots of space in here. I'm around 1.95 m tall, and you can see above my head I've got plenty of space, and there's lots of space around us too for tables, chairs, furniture, storage, whatever you like. That's really accentuated by the fact that we have the panoramic front on here, so a window on every single panel, and obviously the 2 sides as well. If you want a little bit more privacy, then that's okay, because every window has its own curtain. So you can just see here that these zip up into place, so you can choose exactly how much light you're letting into the tent or how much privacy you're getting as well. We have a lantern hanging point in a good central location just at the top here, and then what you will find, so we have cable tidies that run all the way down to the floor, where you will then find on the side here our cable entry point. This just zips open, and that just allows you to bring cables or your electricity into the tent without having any of the doors open. So there is actually 2 side entrances on the tent as well, and you'll find that each one of these also has a full drop down mesh door as well. So when all these mesh doors are dropped, you're going to get about as much ventilation as you possibly could within the tent, but again, hopefully you're going to keep out those unwanted creepy crawlies. At the back is where the bedrooms are located, and as I mentioned earlier on, there's 2 bedrooms here, and the tent can sleep up to 5 people. A really nice thing about these bedrooms is that they come pre-attached, so when it comes to you pitching the tent, it's a job that you don't have to worry about. It's already been done for you. These are already in place. The way that we have them in place is using our wave-shaped hanging point system. So what this does is, adds a nice little bit of detail to the bedrooms, but it's actually got a really good function as well of taking off any of the stress points on this top seam here, so the whole bedroom is really securely fastened in position. Some other features then on the bedroom, we have these storage pockets on the outside here. You can see that on the doors as well, we have more mesh ventilation with curtains behind there, so that can be opened up. Inside, if I just point you in this direction down here, we have some low light windows, so you can have a look outside the tent without actually having to get out of the bedrooms. At the back, we have large ventilation panels, which correspond to outside ventilation. And we also have some handy sized storage pockets down the sides as well. Another nice feature in here is that you'll find the ceiling is of a much darker material, so hopefully this is going to allow you to have a nice long lie, even on a bright sunny day. Another really nice feature here is the fact that we have a full zipped sheet between the two bedrooms, so about as much privacy as you're going to get within a tent bedroom. And what you can do there is just fully zip that open to create one large bedroom, or you can have it like this and separate them into two. Another really nice feature is that we're using our universal bedroom system here, and this is where we have these zips in the middle, so we can actually drop down one side of the bedroom really easily, and we'll just show you how that's done. So the ground sheet that we use in the tent is a fully sealed ground sheet from front to back and side to side, and it is bathtub in style as well, so it comes up at the edges. So that's again going to stop any drafts from coming in through the sides. It's going to hopefully keep out things like dust and dirt and things like that, and again hopefully keep out those unwanted bugs too. It is obviously going to be completely waterproof, and it's a really nice material. It's Oxford polyester, so it's actually a little bit lighter weight but still really durable, so that when you pack down the tent it's not going to be too big and heavy and bulky. So now we'll just talk you through some of the features on the outside. And if I start with the fly sheet that we use on this tent, this is our Outex 6000. So this material is actually a 150 denier taffeta polyester, so what that means is it's really durable, long lasting and quality piece of material, which has been fully PU coated on the inside. We've then taped all of the seams all the way across it here, and it has a hydrostatic head of 6,000 millimeters, which makes it of course completely waterproof. You can also see that on all of the blue panels we have also embossed our logo on here, so again it just gives the tent that nice little bit of detail too. On the side we have a rain-safe entrance on here, so this is where we use a Duratec fiberglass pole. This is the only pole on the tent, so what this does is just creates a good bit of shelter. If it is quite a rainy day, then obviously the rain's just going to land here and come down away from the inside of the tent. Some other nice features, we have tinted windows all the way around here. The doors that are rolled up at the moment all have windows on there too, so as I say, they are tinted, so that serves two key functions. One is to reflect the sun away from the inside of the tent, just keeping you a little bit more comfortable, and the other is obviously to give you much more privacy from within the tent too. We have our luminous sky lines all the way around the tent here, so these are nice and bright, so hopefully you're not going to trip over these quite as easily. And each one has their own retainer, so when it comes to packing down the tent, we can wrap up the guy lines and pop them in here so that we don't have a big tangled mess of guy lines to try and have to untangle the next time we come to use the tent. We also supply you with our easy pegging system on this tent. So this is where we have the three different types of pegs. We have the solid steel anchor pegs for the corners, we have the black plastic pegs for all of the black pegging points around the side, and we have the luminous pegs for the luminous guy lines. So easy pegging system, nice and easy to make sure that you get the right peg in the right place. We have a few optional extras available for this tent, and that would include a carpet for inside, just giving you a little bit more comfort underfoot. There's also a footprint available to go under the ground sheet, and there's also an extension for anybody looking for a little bit more storage space on the outside. So that is all the features of our Tomcat MP from our Smart Air polyester collection. Thanks very much for watching.